I don't even want to put the bus, man, but this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home of his family, but I ain't gonna put him out there.
Well, yesterday we discussed a $20 million lawsuit against rapper Fat Joe. As you guys know, he is a partner of Remy Ma. So we've been talking a lot about this whole Remy Ma, Clarissa Shields, Papoose situation. So when we talked about it, there was this one comment that made a lot of sense. So let me read the comment. So shout out to Frankly. They said, in Pap's response to Remy, he mentioned someone else having an apartment for their side piece around the corner from their house. It wasn't just Remy. He said he wasn't going to put the person out there. And now we hear Fat Joe has an apartment around the corner from his own marital home. I certainly believe it.
So he's saying he was somebody doing it just like he's saying Fat Joe was doing it just like Remy, or Remy was doing it just like Fat Joe. I told y'all, Remy Ma Cooch got shoulders. That box got shoulders on it, man. I don't care what nobody say.
It's a lot of sense because I'm like, wow, you guys actually, man, you guys are right. That's why I like to interact with you guys in the comment section. So one of the specific allegations in this lawsuit, this Dixon guy is putting out against Fat Joe, it says this: the lawsuit further claims that Fat Joe developed a relationship with another Latina girl starting when she was 15. Dixon alleged Joe paid her bills, housed her in a Florida condo near his family home, took her on overseas tours, and considered leaving his wife for her. So when you say, they were saying his associates and all kind of stuff, Rico.
He's gonna leave his wife for the teenager, the Smeens major. You can't say nothing. I can't say if I believe it or not. We gotta hear more.
It's hearing, just all these allegations involving Fat Joe and his business, and now we're seeing connections between Remy Ma stuff, having secret apartments.
She went and got an apartment between her and this lane, 40 minutes from my house, ran back and forth there every other day, lying, saying she...
He said 40 minutes. That's not across the street. It was just rarely, pretty close so she could get, the extra pipe she needed. I'll stop talking about it, Papoose. Although I believe this interview was a couple weeks ago. This looks like one I reviewed before, that I reacted to before. But anyway, here we go.
Not what to do anyway. You went and got this apartment 40 minutes away from my house. And so the main reason why she started to have animosity towards me was this. One day, because every birthday we celebrate birthdays together as a family things. Because it's not true. And it came to my attention that she was going around lying to people about me. Rewriting history, like she's doing on her page. Rewriting history, changing stories. So I let her do that. And in the process of me allowing her to lie, I started to realize that certain fake individuals, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't even want to bring in this, man. I don't even want to bring it in. So I'm gonna leave them out. I ain't even gonna talk about these people. But I don't.
And that's what Empress Radio. Shout out to Empress Radio. That's what Empress Radio is alluding to. That he might could have been talking about Joe. I don't know. Y'all let me know.
I don't want to go away from my point that I was making. I don't want to go away from my point, but I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Like I said earlier, do not allow these celebrities who you've been supporting and following their journey to tell you that you don't know. You don't know what's really going on. Y'all don't know what's really going on. Y'all need to stop commenting on it. Yes, they do. And what did they see? They seen...
We saw it all go down. Not Joe. Allegedly. Allegations. All that's allegations. We don't know. We need more information. Here we go.
I didn't say anything. They seen Papoose did what he did to the knockout victim. First thing everybody said, I didn't say nothing. Oh, he must have been doing something with his wife. Because that's when Pap go crazy on. That's when Pap go crazy.
Yeah, we saw all this, but Miss Empress Ty sent a little bit more with Joe.
It's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters. defend.
You guys heard what Papoose had to say. It's clear now that he allegedly, all this is alleged, but was talking about Fat Joe. And he keeps mentioning celebrities and not to trust celebrities. At the time, we thought he was just talking about not to trust Remy Ma, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the situation goes deep. Let me get into a little bit of what these allegations are. Fat Joe sued for $20 million by a former hype man in explosive complaint alleged rapper engaged in SA with people under 18 and coerced him into more than 4,000 sexual acts. Sorry, you guys.
Crazy.
To maintain his standing. Lawsuit comes after the rapper sued T.A. Dixon in April for slandering him on social media by claiming Fat Joe flew a 16-year-old girl across state lines for intimacy. We'll use that word.
Intimacy.
Hypeman Terrence T.A. Dixon has filed an explosive lawsuit in federal court against the rapper on Thursday. Dixon is alleging that his former boss, whose real name is Joseph Antonio Cartagena, engaged in coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, actual manipulation, intimidation, and psychological coercion. Dixon adds that the hip hop star behind such chart toppers as What's Love got rich and famous while he and his associates deliberately suppressed, silenced, and erased Dixon's substantial creative, artistic, and commercial contributions, which were foundational to Fat Joe's professional success and personal brand. He is seeking up to $20 million in damages.
Damn.
Complaint filed in the U.S. District Court Southern District of New York details so many disturbing claims about Fat Joe's alleged relations with women, including with people under 18, that is contains a trigger warning on the first page of the 157-page document. Wow. For 16 years, Dixon served as Fat Joe's so-called hype man, a common figure in hip-hop who supports the artist by energizing the crowd and enhancing the overall performance. He also contributed as a lyricist and background vocalist on such hits as Congratulations, Ice Cream, and Money Over Bees. According to the complaint, he had unrivaled vantage point to observe the rapper's offstage lifestyle and behavior. Dixon is represented by Tyrone Blackburn, who is also the lead counsel in high-profile cases such as against Sean Diddy Combs. In February 2024, What's
going on?
A lawsuit on behalf of Diddy's accuser, Little Rodney. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pass that. We're not talking about that right now. Dixon states into alien situations such as including acts performed under duress and surveillance, accompanied by threats of abandonment in foreign countries if he refused compliance. Wow. By his own estimation, Dixon states that he was coerced into more than 4,000 acts to maintain his standing with the enterprise. So they're using words like enterprise, racketeering. Most shockingly, this suit.
And come to Rico. Rico Suave, baby, is coming in. So if you commit any crimes and you know anybody, it's a Rico. So I'm just letting y'all know, if y'all out there committing crimes, don't have no friends, because now you Rico, and you don't Rico them up too. They ain't even know what's going on. They're like, my name ain't Rico.